Hey guys, Digital Reg here, and I have a new unboxing session for today. This time, it's about the Huawei Nova 5T. So the Huawei Nova 5T was already launched last year around August, and it's one of the hottest mid-range phones even up to date. Now, even though this was already launched last year and we're only going to unbox today, I was told by Huawei that this is a this has a new colorway. So let's find out what's inside this new Huawei Nova 5T. So I'm now going to unbox it. So that's the plastic. This is the Nova 5T, and aha! Okay, I'm going to remove this. So this Nova 5T is indeed new. This is a new colorway from Huawei. Now, the Nova 5T was already has three colors. These are black, midsummer purple, and crushed blue. This color that they have just released is what they call crushed green. Now this crushed green color, it's shiny and it's also cool to the eyes. It's just like just like crushed blue. Crushed green is also cooler to the eyes, and nowadays we rarely see this kind of color in smartphones. The only other Huawei phone that I know of that has this almost that has this kind of color is the Huawei Mate 20 or Mate 30 if I'm not mistaken. But I really love the colorway of the crushed green. It's so nice, it's so cool to the eyes, it's so refreshing to see, and I just really like how shiny it is. Let's unbox the rest of the package here. We have a silicone case. We have a fast charger, and they also have a USB Type-C cable and a pair of in-ear earphones. So the Nova 5T has already been set up, and the first thing I noticed is the screen. Now it has a 6.26-inch IPS LCD display, and normally phones nowadays have notches on top, and these notches become smaller and smaller. Phone companies have been trying to make the front camera smaller so that it won't have that ugly notch on the top of the phone. Now, in the case of the Nova 5T, instead of having a notch, they have this sort of a punch hole design for the front camera, and the front camera is placed on the upper left corner of the Nova 5T. Unlike the teardrop notches, or especially the bigger notches, the punch hole is a different approach to having the front camera without much interfering the full screen display. And honestly speaking, I like this better than having a teardrop notch, and at least I can still enjoy the watching videos or playing mobile games without the disturbance of the notch in the middle of the upmost screen. Now, watching videos on the IPS display of the Huawei Nova 5T are crisp and clear. Colors are bright. I have no complaints with the screen. It's so nice. It's so nice to look at. So let's go to the processor side. This is powered by a Kirin 980 processor. This is the same processor that powers the Huawei Mate 20 and the Huawei P30. So you already have the a high-end processor powering a mid-range phone, And to tell you frankly, I'm so floored by the performance of this Kirin 980 processor on the 5T. I really can't believe that I'm having the same processor of these high-end phones on a mid-range phone. I'm able to enjoy playing NBA 2K and COD Mobile on the 5T. It's so fast. And this is you can consider this now as a gaming phone because the games are even at the highest settings. I'm able to play very well and able to win games with the 5T. Man, so it's very helpful to have that kind of processor on the Nova 5T. Also, what helps is the storage. It has a generous 128 gigs of storage, and also has a generous amount of memory, which is 8 gigs. Now, the only downside here is it doesn't have an external storage. It's not capable of expanding your storage with a memory card. But 128 gig is usually enough, especially if you're not storing a lot of third-party apps or files. Now let's talk about the cameras of the Nova 5T. Now it consists of a quad camera system which has a 48 megapixel wide lens, 16 megapixel ultra wide lens, 2 megapixel macro lens, and 2 megapixel depth sensor lens. Photo quality of the Nova 5T is excellent. It may just be a mid-range phone, and it doesn't have a Leica lens like what the P30 Pro and Mate 30 Pro has, but it's like at par with the camera quality of these two high-end Huawei phones. And I haven't really had a chance to review both of those phones, but having the Nova 5T is actually good enough, and it's able to take nice photos. Actually, the color quality is I find it excellent for a mid-range phone. And as you can see in the samples in this video, color production of these photos are top-notch and at par with the high-end phones, even with those from the competitors. When it comes to night photography, Huawei also shines in this aspect, and with the help of AI, your night shots will be enhanced by this feature. Now, the downside of the Nova 5T, aside from not having an external memory card slot, is the lack of a 3.5mm headphone jack. Personally, I prefer having a headphone jack on my smartphones, but the thing is, it looks like the direction of the smartphone brands nowadays is to remove the headphone jack and move on to using using Bluetooth earphones or Bluetooth headsets. It's not much of a big issue, but I just wish that Huawei has also still included the 3.5mm headphone jack on the Nova 5T. Battery of the Nova 5T is 3,750 milliamperes, and using this for a day with 4 hours of video, 1 hour of mobile gaming, and with LTE on, and of course the usual phone calls, text, and the usual mobile browsing. Having used this Nova 5T would last me around 12 hours a day. So that's like a full day with like 10% left. Not bad for such a heavy use. But if you watch less videos than I do, or less mobile games than I do in a day, then definitely this would still last you until the next morning. That has been our unboxing of the Huawei Nova 5T crushed green, and like what I've said, this a very stunning new color from Huawei. I really love its shiny green design. I suggest that you buy one starting today, because starting today you have a chance to buy the Huawei Nova 5T at the Huawei Experience stores or from the Huawei stores at Lazada and Shopee, as well as at Memo Express. Now, among these stores, you can get a lower price of the Huawei Nova 5T for as much as 16,990. For more details, you can check out my blog post. You can see that in the video below. And you have a few more days till Valentine's Day to make this purchase. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and please also click your notifications in case we have a new video coming up. Till then, we'll see you in our next video.